If we can understand and acknowledge that our junction is not as healthy as it could be, the question that naturally arises is why? What is causing our junction to not be in a healthy state? The root cause of our unhealthy state of junction is ignorance. Whether we think of ourselves as very knowledgeable, or whether we think of ourselves as humble and knowing very little, I'm not talking about this. I'm talking about a much deeper state of ignorance, one that we all share, regardless of how we think of ourselves. I'm talking about a state of being that we are not aware of, a state of being that does not differentiate between gender, culture, age, status, or anything like that. And our first and foremost problem is that we do not really see ourselves as ignorant. And how can we make change to that which we do not see? If we are not able to clearly see the state of ignorance in our own lives, how can we improve it? If we think of it as being good enough, or healthy enough, or normal, how are we going to want to change it for the better? And really check yourself when I say that we are ignorant. Does your mind immediately find reasons why it isn't? Or why I might be arrogant, and who am I to say this? Basically finding reasons to reject something that for most of us, our consciousness is not that eager to find about itself. So let's dive deeper into this ignorance. How exactly are we ignorant? What are we ignorant of? And to inquire, we can once again ask ourselves a few questions. Do we really know ourselves? And of course, we might have a good idea of who we are in terms of our personality, what we look like, our likes and our dislikes, our goals in life, what we are trying to achieve, what we feel and what we think. We might be emotionally intelligent people with high IQs, piercing, strategic, clever minds. But regardless of all these characteristics, do we really understand who the I is that thinks and feels a certain way? And regardless of how good or how bad we feel about ourselves, are we actually able to be in charge? In other words, the masters of how we feel and think. Are most of the activities of our heart and mind closely connected to the wisdom of our true self? Allowing our true self to manifest itself? Or are they instead hindering its ability to manifest? The world is full of inspirational and motivational quotes and talks of all sorts. Let me read you some of them. Go confidently in the direction of your dreams. Live the life you have imagined. It is during our darkest moments that we must focus to see the light. You learn more from failure than from success. Don't let it stop you. Failure builds character. So with social media and everything that is out there, more than ever, we are able to access so many resources and so much information. But when you read or you hear something inspiring or uplifting, effectively, what do you do with it? If you take an honest look at yourself, are you able to take real action? And also, can you tell the difference between something that is truly inspirational and something that can be truly unsound and have very little to do with wisdom? Another way to look at our ignorance of ourselves is to take a very plain and easy example of what we do with our consciousness during Qigong practice. When we want to direct it in a certain direction, in a movement that is quite basic and simple, like going in and out, are we able to do this very easily? Do we know what our mind does? Or does it keep doing its own thing? And we have no clue where it has gone until we catch it and bring it back. So I hope it is now a little clearer that no matter who we are, the state of ignorance is shared by all of us. We lack understanding of ourselves. We lack understanding of our true self, of the activities of our mind and heart. We lack understanding of the laws of life. We lack understanding of wisdom. So the next thing we can do with this knowledge is to think carefully about what the consequences are for our lives. I mean, we could be deciding that if everyone is ignorant, is it that important? Does it really have far-reaching consequences for life? Or is it of no consequence? What do you think?